AFTV Mo, I'll tell you what, the passion of the fans over has been absolutely outstanding. We've been moved on about 10 times by the police, but listen, they've still all come, and it's just been brilliant. It's been a brilliant tour, hasn't it?
Yeah. It's hard to capture just how frantic it's been, how mad it's been, how much love there is for what you're doing as well. And for Arsenal, it's crazy. The fans out here are incredible, man. Like, absolutely. But they're the best thing about DC, I have to say, since I've come here, man. Because, you know, since we've been in DC, this for me has been the least enjoyable game. Now, obviously, we lost, I guess, on penalties. But you come here, you rock up to the stadium, they're fleecing you for parking, $50 parking. My wife tried to bring a bottle of water in, can't bring the bottle of water in. You come down to the stadium, they've got dream seats at the bottom that they're obviously charging top dollar for. And you think to yourself, man, that's where the kids should be standing, trying, you know, get a player's autograph and all that sort of stuff. And you come here and you think to yourself, is this a football stadium or is this a business? You know, like, is this just, it's so corporate, man.
That guy just said to you,
yeah, man.
He said, this is America.
It's the worst face of America. I was just in a restaurant in DC called Sakina Grill, and they feed 16,000 homeless meals every year from their own profit, sort of thing. That's like the best of America, and I've come straight to the worst of America. It's been such a frustrating experience, I'll be honest with you, and it just hasn't been enjoyable because of that. And the other thing as well, you look at how many empty seats there were today, right? This is Arsenal versus Real Madrid, two European giants playing stateside, and it wasn't a full stadium. If you need any other sign to tell you got the pricing wrong, you're an idiot. You should have made it more accessible to people. Look, I don't know whether, you know, the general population in DC is like really affluent or not or whatever, but make it more open to people, man. So people that
the
don't
tickets
get
were
a
very
chance.
expensive, but
Very expensive,
they probably
man.
made their money. There's still
Yeah,
50
but
or 1,000 people in there. So
it should be about more than that, Robbie. It should be about giving little kids that idolise Mesut Ozil or Isco or, you know, all of these other players, let them watch their heroes play. And I just think it's a real shame that firstly you're pricing them out, and then even if they do get in a stadium, they have to sit behind some like rich folk in Diageo dream seats. That's not what football's about, man. And especially for people that don't get to come and watch their players and their teams play week in, week out. Come on, man. Treat them with respect and make it fair. So
the game was good though, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, well, the first half was good. But the second half, I have to admit, you know, I had to carry on telling myself, doesn't matter, it's a friendly, relax, but there were real points of frustration for me in that game. You know, namely the lack of addressing the issue where in the second half, after Willock went off, where they were walking through our midfield. Isco bossed that second half. And when Marcelo came on, and you see Jenkinson and Ozil playing right back and doubling up on him, surely you've got to think to yourself, wait a second, Ozil's playing right back, something's not right with our system. And then we took far too long. But then I think to myself, look, it's a friendly, he's probably promised certain players certain game time, and he's managing their fitness levels. He wants the kids to come on at a certain point and, you know, maybe not too much pressure on them, all of that sort of stuff. I'm going to make him all the excuses in the world because it's a friendly, right? But boy, if that was a league game, I'll be very
listen, they're going to be,
frustrated.
you know what it's like, there are going to be no excuses when you get back to England.
Yeah, for sure.
Because you know what the fans over there are
man.
like, right?
And it's second
they
season.
still want to see as well some signings coming in, all right, there's probably a Denis Suarez one probably get done by the morning, and that. But
And
still,
on
if
that,
you still kind of look at it, Arsenal still have not really spent any
course.
money, really, have they?
And
They bought Martinelli, they bought Saliba, who's going back on loan. They're bringing in this guy Cabellos, that's another loan.
But the thing is, Robbie, with Cabellos, if you look at that, I mean, look, I'm hoping he's not going to be a Denis Suarez 2.0. I'm really hoping he's going to be a Santi Cazorla 2.0. The kid is talented, don't get me wrong, but I think he scored 12 senior goals in his career. That's not the sort of player that can come in and replace Ramsey straight away. He's still on an upwards curve. We've lost Ramsey, who was an established player, and for me was our best goal-scoring midfielder. His timing into the box for, you know, getting on the end of crosses and that sort of stuff was unparalleled in our team. He was the best at that in our team. And I'm just thinking, is Bears going to be able to replicate that? I think it's too much of an ask.
But these fans keep asking me, Robbie, are we going to spend any money? And, you know, they were promised a lot of things when the tour began. And, you know, as I said, there's still time for the transfer window. But do you see us spending some money on a couple of big signings? I mean, we need a defender. Desperately, we need a centre-back. And, you know, can you see, because we've not really spent any money so far, even with the players that we've been linked with, as I said, there are things like loans on it. And we just did a load of loans and that in January as well.
Yeah, but listen, Robbie, as I said, right, I've said this many times, is Vinay and Raul's first opportunity, and now with Edu joining them as well, is their first opportunity. Surely they're going to want to prove themselves. Josh Kroenke, unless he is an absolute clown, to come out and say to an entire fan base as passionate as Arsenal and with a track record of disappointment that we've had, to say to us, be excited, and then not deliver on that would be an absolute ridiculous, stupid thing to do. It'd be stupidity of the highest order. So on that basis, I'm sure we're going to do something.
You trust him?
I don't trust him, but I trust that he's not that goddamn dumb. That's what I trust. I mean, honestly, what kind of idiot would do that? I mean, come on.
A guy was telling me earlier that they said they weren't going to move the team from St. Louis, and they still did. So I don't know, man. I want to see some proof. And you know, as I said, there's still time. But at the moment, you know what I mean. I look at the team there today, and you know, and throughout the tour they've played well, but we still need some reinforcements.
We 100% need reinforcements. But come on, like let's think about it logically. Do you really believe he'd be that idiotic to say that? You know, I mean, that is a very, very strong statement. He's actively telling us to be excited. He's not saying that we should get something done. He's upping the ante. He's bigging it up. You know, he's doing a promoter's job here. You don't do that and then disappoint. On that basis, I think he has to deliver. Surely he will deliver. And you know, today, and anyway, I just want to say, Granit Xhaka missed a penalty. It's cool. Don't sweat it. Monreal missed a penalty. It doesn't matter. We're fine. Robbie Burton, you missed a penalty. Doesn't matter at all. Don't let that get to you. It's a friendly. We're not getting on anyone's back. And Nketiah missed that chance. And I'd say to everyone that's frustrated about him missing that chance, did Nketiah deliver more or less than what you initially expected of him on this tour? Every single one of us would say more. No one's getting on anyone's back today. This is a friendly. We're not getting excited about beating Bayern. We're not getting bothered about, you know, getting battered actually in the second half, or well, from the 45th to the 75th minute against Real Madrid and then losing on penalties. It doesn't matter. Don't sweat it. As long as it's good preparation, as long as the youngsters are getting the experience that they need. And for me, it's been a very successful tour. I think the youngsters have done brilliantly. So credit to every single one of them that's come out. Yeah. So Robbie Burton, head up. You've been brilliant all tour, and let's hope that we do the business and start the season strong. Cool.